I look at when exporters become importers, what happens? And you have many distinguished members of this. In 1993, China became an importer, and they kicked off their economy in the 80s by being exporters of all things. Nobody remembers that Ronald Reagan thrived because in Jimmy Carter's regime in the 70s, there wasn't enough oil to go around, and Carter took it in the chin in 79. And then here, the world was awash in oil because China was an exporter during the entire Reagan era, and then Indonesia, and then United Kingdom, and then Egypt. And remember all that stir, the Arab Spring, and everybody was saying, "Oh, democracy is coming to Egypt." It had everything to do with oil economy. And Mubarak, who was an old guy, he lost his bid to fame and fortune when he ran out of money to pay off his, buy out his opposition and to make everybody feel good because they were paying a penny a kilowatt hour for electricity, 10 cents on the dollar. Everybody was getting a free ride. And then when they ran out of exports, they no longer had that revenue to work with. Same in Vietnam and Malaysia, Syria, Argentina, Yemen. And of course, we were the granddaddy of them all way back when. So my girlfriend, her daughter was living in in
Decline.
Indonesia,
Yeah.
right in this point here, just before. And what happened? See, this is going down,
Mhm.
and the IMF showed up and met with the Presidente, and they said, "Look, dude, you've got to stop giving every energy resource away." So energy for those people were um, electricity, bus fares, train fares, and gasoline. And so when the IMF came along and threatened them, they doubled all the prices all at once. It was 1998. And they had riots. And you know how these riots were explained to us in the media? Those
No.
riots were explained as some, rebellion against
Yeah. Difficult.
it was communistic or some fool thing.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was the IMF showing up and saying, you're becoming an importer of oil. You no longer going to have the revenue. You're not paying off your loans fast enough. And we're going to. So what did the Indonesia have? They had riots. What's the United States going to have when this big hoopla that we're going through right now comes to an end? It's going to be very, very dangerous. Well, guess what? When a country like the United States became a net importer, we had the clout to set the price by printing up these piece of paper we call money, dollars. It's just printing press, and we dominated the world economy, and thereby we were able to print money in order to fool people into thinking they were getting some value back for having sold us oil for 10 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
And here's the one that really gets me. Now, John Callahan did not have data enough on Syria, but we know, look at that drop off.
Mm.
And you know what we did to help these people out? They had a drought and they're running
Yeah.
out of oil. What did we do? We
Yeah.
bombed them back to the Stone Age.
Yeah. Yeah.
We in Russia bombed
Mm.
these people when their
Mm.
only problem was that they were X to M. They had this
Yeah.
disease called X to M.
Mm.
And this is how we treat these people? It's insane. Same with Yemen.
Yeah.
This is a disease,
Yeah.
and it's very particular. My point is that if you want to understand what's happening in the United States when this retirement party that Art calls
Mm.
is going to be what?
Yeah. It's going to be a peak, a decline. I mean, it's going to be
It's just going to be, no, it's going to be warfare.
warfare. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
There's
Yeah.
no preparation being made for this. And so
Yeah.
Art is saying we've really got to stick with oil because renewable energy isn't going to save our bacon. Well,
No.
I got news for you.
Mm.
I may not be able to eat bacon in that future, but I
No.
might be able to get a bowl of rice if I happen to own a solar panel.
Yeah.
The solar panel is going to be gold.